Brookhaven was made a long time ago, specifically in 2020, and a lot has changed. Brookhaven looks like this nowadays, but it used to be completely different. And today, I want to check out with you the oldest versions of all. So for that, I invited my friend, and he said, I want to see the first version of Brookhaven, and I also want to see that. But actually, today we're going to see all the old versions, and there are 5 specific versions I want to check out. But he said, are they all old? Yes, literally all of them. But first, we have to make our avatar, because my avatar looks way too new, and I basically have to make the oldest looking avatar. So my friend got this really weird bike, and now he's taking me to the clothing store, but he's just really slow, so I'm going to let him go ahead. And now he ran off and literally got there super fast, and it turns out I was the one weighing down his bike. So now I'm getting there, and I'm going to totally change my avatar. Perfect, now I look like this, and I'm ready to see the oldest versions of all. So my friend left here too, and he really looks very different. His avatar looks really old, and now he's going to have to follow me in Roblox. He said, wait, I have something to say, and I want to see what he has to say. But now he came back here, and I'm following him to see what's going on. But actually he just left the game, and literally logged out, and left me here waiting to see what he was going to say. Now I'm in my Roblox game, and you can see that there's a really old version, and this is one of the oldest versions of all. But my friend just showed up here, and he said, is this the oldest version of Brookhaven? Look, actually no! This is the 5th oldest version, but it's not the oldest one of all. But I'm going to get this car, because I have to drive it. And my friend came here too. And you can see that everything in this game is really old. We have the old Brookhaven Mall. And coming around the front, you can notice the hotel is different. And also the church. And it used to be right here. It really doesn't make much sense for the church to be here, because in the current version of Brookhaven, the church is right here in the front, in a much better place than before. But in this old version of Brookhaven, everything was different. You can see that the market was really ugly. Honestly, very weird. But my friend is going up ahead, and he almost got stuck in the car. But guys, this market was kind of interesting, but the current market is way better. He said, actually this one is better. Look, that's a lie. This market is really bad, and the current one is way better because it's huge. But guys, there are a bunch of things you can buy here, and we also have these papers, and this market was pretty interesting. There were even sandwiches for sale in this fridge, which actually looked really nice. But guys, I'm coming back here, because back here we have a totally secret room that has these stairs that go up to a super weird place. And I'm trying to go up here, but I can't. So I'm going to type this command in the chat, and now I can start flying. So I teleported my friend right here, and he said, how are you flying? It's because this Roblox game is mine, and I can literally fly around. But now, I'm coming up here in the front, because I want to see the old houses. And my friend is also coming here, and you can see that houses used to look like this. And actually, he's coming here faster than me, and he really wants to see these houses. He's even trying to come here and can't make it. But the houses were really different. The glass on the houses was different too. The glass was a little white, and the houses were really interesting. But I want to see the difference in the stores, because we have the hospital, and you can see that it's very different, and it's really old. And also this version is really weird. The current version of the hospital is just way better. Everything here looks so much nicer than before and even more modern. But all of Brookhaven used to be very different. Everything was simpler before. Even the edge of the map was different. If I walked right up here in the front, you can see that the edge of the map is right here. And even my friend is looking at this. And he said, what's after the edge of the map? Look, there's nothing. And if I go past this border on the map, I won't find anything special, because there's literally nothing here. And it was really ugly. And in the current version of Brookhaven, we have this beach, which is really beautiful. You can get houses right here in the front, and you can access the whole map. And in this older version, everything was really different. He said, let's go to the next old version. And I want to do that too. But first, I want to check out the stores in this version and see what the stores used to be like. So I'm heading back right here. And guys, the stores were really different, especially these ones. You can see that the bank looked like this, while currently it looks like this. And the current bank is much nicer than the old one. And this is the current clothing store, and everything here is way more beautiful. But in the older version, it was really weird, but it had a second floor where you could access a really different place. And there was also the laundromat right here, where you could wash clothes, but there's nothing else special. And this version looks a lot like the current version of Brookhaven. But now, I'm going to enter an even older version. Perfect, I'm in this version of Brookhaven, and my friend just joined in here. But you can see that everything here was really different. The map was really weird, because there were these tunnels here, which are honestly super strange. But now, I want to get my car to see everything in this version of Brookhaven. He said, there's a new restaurant, and he's heading back there to see this Brookhaven restaurant, which was really different. And for those who don't know, this restaurant was completely removed, but it was completely remade, and now it looks way nicer, because the interior is much more beautiful, while the old one was more simple. But it was also really interesting, and even had secrets, which I want to check out now. So I'm going to get in my car, and now I'm arriving close to it, but I can't see anything, and honestly this car is really basic. So I got here, and it looks like my friend wants food. He's even waiting for someone to serve him. So I'm coming inside here, and I'm going to have to go upstairs. And you can see that here we have a totally secret area, really weird, and it's a totally abandoned place. And back here, we have this skate park, which is the best skate park of all. Because for those who don't know, this skate park was removed, and it doesn't exist anymore, but it was placed somewhere else, and it it was basically moved near the school. And you can tell the skate park looks really ugly. It's honestly the ugliest thing of all. And the skate park really got worse over time. But guys, now I want to get out of here, and my friend is still waiting to be served. And you can see that on the computer there are a bunch of things here, and several music files, and it's also a really different computer. He said, I want a burger, and another burger, and another burger. I don't know why he wants so many burgers, but I'm getting out of here, because I want to check out these stores. And these stores look really different, and you can tell this is the bank, but it's really bugged here, because a lot of things are missing. And this is a store that doesn't exist, and this other store doesn't exist either, but it's probably the arcade. Nowadays, the arcade is right here, and it really looks a lot like the store. And the horse stable used to be in this area, and the houses up here were really different, because the street went all the way down here, and it was honestly really weird. But now, I'm flying, because I want to see this. And this street is super weird, because it's really badly made. So, the creator of Brookhaven back then didn't really know how to make games. Now my friend showed up here, and he said, or maybe he was a noob. Look, I don't think that was it. But guys, now I'm flying, and we have this door, which is a TV studio. And this place is actually really complete, but it wasn't removed from Brookhaven. It's still in the game. But to see it, I have to go to the mall, and here we have the same store, but now it's a more complete version and even more beautiful. But now, I just got to the houses, and you can see that this was really different. The house buttons were really different, and honestly, they were pretty weird. But I want to see where my friend is, because he disappeared. And I can see that he's right up ahead, and I really don't know what he's doing. So I got here, and he said, there's a store missing, and I think he's talking about this location here. And back then there wasn't anything special here. Actually, there used to be a restaurant here, which is really weird, because in the current version of Brookhaven, we literally have the apartments, and everything in the older version was really different, and even worse. And the cemetery didn't exist in this version. But now, I want to check out an even older version of Brookhaven. He said, wait, isn't this the oldest version of all? Look, this isn't the oldest version of all, because there's an even older one. And you can see that the hotel used to be right here, and there was also this really strange location. But now I'm going to enter an even older version. Perfect! I'm in this version of Brookhaven, which is much older. And you can see that the stores were really different, and the bank too, it looks much better than before. And it's an older version, but in this version, the bank looks nicer. The clothing store also had a second floor with several interesting things. And we also had the laundromat. And the mechanics were very different. But guys, I want to see where my friend is going, and apparently he's coming in here, into the police station, because everything here was really different. And now he's coming here, and we have this other really different place. And in this place, for those who don't know, it's this house, and it's like a government house, because we have the FBI, and we also have the mayor, whose room is up here. So this building is like the city hall, because in this version, we don't have the city hall that exists in Brookhaven today. And here there was also this really weird bridge, because this bridge was super close to the school. It was actually right on the school's field. And now, my friend got here, and he said, hey, I want to see everything from this version. Really? But I need a car, and unfortunately there are no cars here. We're literally without any cars. So I'm going to type the secret command, and now I have super high speed. And my friend is running over here, and he just ran straight past. I don't really know what he wants to see, so I got close to him because I want to see what he's looking at. But it seems like he wants to check out this house, and this house is really interesting. He said, this house is different in the older version, and this is the house from the older version of Brookhaven, while in the current version it looks like this, and everything is completely destroyed. And this house is really destroyed, while here it looks really nice, just like a normal house. And even my friend is coming over to see this. And this house is perfect. I don't know why it got completely destroyed. But now, I'm coming over here in the front, because I want to see the other changes that happened on the map. And we have this tunnel, which doesn't make any sense, because it's a tunnel that leads nowhere. You basically come in the front, turn this way, and then come out the other side of the tunnel, and you exit the same place you entered, which makes no sense. But now, I'm coming over here in the front, and we have new stores here, like this one. And if I go up here, you can see it's like a party room just for birthdays. But this was completely removed, because that room was really ugly. And now, we have this new store here, and actually there are 3 stores here, and all of them are way better than that one. But now, I'm leaving this place. And for those who don't know, this button here basically turns on the lights in the area. But I'm leaving here, because this place is really ugly. And you can see that the police station looked like this, and it had this area up here, which was really weird. And in the current version of Brookhaven, it looks like this, and it's just way more beautiful than before. In the older version of Brookhaven, everything was uglier. But guys, my friend ran past super fast, and I don't know what he's doing, but he just ran by again. And my friend is acting really weird. And now he finally got here. But now, I want to see the oldest version of all, because there's a version that is really old. He said, wait, come here, I found a secret place. And I don't know what he's talking about, but he ran ahead and literally disappeared. So now, I teleported here, and he showed up right on this bridge. And he said, why is there a bridge at the school? Look, I know that doesn't make sense, but there's a bridge taking up space on the school's court, and it really doesn't make any sense. And you can see that the school used to look like this, and it was simpler, and also much uglier than the current version, where everything looks way more modern, and the classrooms are much nicer than in this older version. And really, everything in the game improved a lot. And here, for those who didn't know, we have this mountain, but it used to be a volcano. And it was literally a giant volcano. And you can tell by the shape that it used to be a volcano. But then the game was updated, and it stopped being a volcano. And in this area, we have the campground, which is actually a pretty interesting place. But if I go to this version of Brookhaven, you can tell there was nothing special here. It was just an empty space. But my friend got here, and you can see that this place was really weird. It had this exact spot, with a bunch of chairs for you to sit and rest. And all of this is underwater. And while in the current version it looks like this, it's honestly way better than this older version. He said, "Where's the oldest version of all? I want to see it." Look, there are two older versions. There's a really old version of Brookhaven, and then there's the oldest version of all. And the name of that version of Brookhaven isn't even called Brookhaven. He said, "Let's go already. So let's do this." Perfect. I'm here in this game. And for those who don't know, this is the oldest version of Brookhaven. And you can see that the year is literally 1903, and the police station was really old. He said, "Wait, but this isn't official." Look, actually it really is official. But now, if I go to this other location and enter this code and use it right here, it plays this other movie that shows what Brookhaven looked like a long time ago. And you can see that this building is the same as the building in the game we're in right now. And the players took all the movies that play here and made the game, showing what Brookhaven would have looked like a long time ago. And you can see that everything here was super simple. The horse stable looked like this, and there were no stores in this game, and there was almost nothing here. And the only thing that existed in this version of Brookhaven was the police station. And now, if I fly like this, you can see we have the cemetery here, which looks really suspicious. And also the roads were different, everything was made of dirt, and there was no asphalt in this older version. But my friend got here, and he said, "I want to see the oldest version of all." But guys, the oldest version of all literally isn't called Brookhaven. And if I go to the profile of the creator of Brookhaven, we have this game, which is the original Brookhaven. But my friend is right here, watching what's going on. But now, I have to get a car, so I'm going to grab this exact car, and I'm coming over to pick up my friend, who's at the beginning of the game. Perfect! Now I'm arriving here, and if I come over here, we have the school, which looks just like Brookhaven. And everything here is really similar, because this is the first version of Brookhaven. And even he's noticing that. And he said, "This is so old. Oh my god." And yeah, this game is really old. And we have the Brookhaven gas station, and we also have the police station, which is very old. And we also have this restaurant, which is just like that restaurant in Brookhaven. And everything is really similar. We even have the hospital, which is an older version of the hospital that we have in the game now. And this version looks just like it. And now, if I go into this tunnel, we have the very first secret in all of Brookhaven. So I have to come here, and there's this weird tunnel. And this building really looks like a Brookhaven building. Guys, I'm in this city, but there's an evacuation happening. Everyone is being forced out of their homes and leaving this part of the city, all because this green smoke showed up. They're taking it really seriously, but I'm not leaving my house, especially because my house is perfect. There's no reason for me to leave. Now this player is leaving, but I don't know where he's going, because in the other neighborhood there aren't many houses. In this neighborhood, there aren't enough houses for all of them to live here. But guys, he's going up front, and apparently he's turning there to go exactly to that hotel. Guys, this is really weird. He's literally going to the hotel, and that's not good at all, because I don't want to live in a hotel sharing a room with other players. So I'm going to stay in my house forever. But my friend wants to leave the city, and I'm coming here to talk to him to convince him not to leave the city. So guys, I just jumped over this fence, and now I have to talk to him urgently. I said, "Don't leave. They're lying about the toxic gas in the city." Seriously, I'm sure they're lying. But my friend just left. I really hope he doesn't fall for it, because if he does, he won't have a house anymore. He said, "I saw the gas. I'm leaving. This neighborhood is done." Guys, him saying that is really weird, but the soldier is right here. He just opened the gate, so my friend can leave. Guys, this is really sad. He's coming up front, and now he's getting to the other neighborhood. He just arrived here, and guys, he's going to be one of the people who won't have a house anymore in Roblox. So he went right in there, and now he's in this line, and another player even showed up here with this horse. But guys, I'm leaving here because I really don't trust these players, so I'm going back to my house, and guys, I won't let them come inside to convince me to leave. After all, I'm never leaving this place. But guys, the soldier showed up here in front, and I'm coming here to see what he has to say, even though I already know what he's going to do. He's going to ask me to go to the other neighborhood like he's doing with all the players. He said, "I have a proposal for you. You help the scientist and you can stay here." Guys, this idea he had is really good, because I'll be able to stay in my neighborhood. I'll also be able to stay in my house, which is honestly perfect. But for that, I'll have to help the scientist. But guys, this smoke is kind of scary because I don't know where it's coming from. But guys, I agreed because I really want to do this job. He said, "Okay, come with me." Alright, I really hope this isn't a lie and that he's not taking me into a trap, but he's taking me up front, probably to the clothing store. Guys, I don't know why he brought me here. I don't know why I have to change clothes just to help the scientist. He said, "Wear a mask and the scientist outfit to protect yourself." Okay, I got it. I'll do exactly that because he must know what he's talking about. Perfect. Now I look like this. I'm really ready to help him. Guys, he even looked happy, but then he picked up this item and basically basically gave it to me. Apparently, this is to detect if there's smoke around the city. He said, actually, it's to detect ghosts, because this smoke comes from ghosts. Okay, that's really weird. If what he said is true, that means there are ghosts in the city. But guys, I got back in his car, and now he has to take me to the scientist. Guys, he just arrived right here, and now I'll finally be able to help him. He's even looking back here, and he said, great, help me find more green smoke clouds. I only found 3. Okay, got it. He found 3 smoke clouds. But guys, I'm only seeing 2 smokes, the first smoke and the second smoke. I said, where's the third smoke? Because I really don't see it. He said, on the rooftop of the house. Guys, I'm looking up here, and there really is smoke, but I'm going to help him find more smoke. I just don't know why this is important. After all, it's just smoke. He said, if there's a lot of smoke, that means there's a ghost in the city and we don't know what it's doing. Okay, I understand, so I'll have to help him. But guys, he's going in there, and I'm going to use this moment to check on my house, especially because I'm working here just so I can stay in my house. And also, I don't believe anything he's saying. I really think all of this is a lie. Guys, I'm coming inside, but this time I'm really protected. I have this mask and also this suit to protect me from everything. But guys, I'm coming here and there's smoke right here. Okay, guys, I just found my first smoke. I don't know why this showed up in my house out of nowhere, because before, this wasn't here. It was only after I left the house that this smoke appeared. Guys, I'm almost sure the soldier did this. The soldier put this smoke in my house. But guys, I'm going upstairs to see what's up here. Perfect, I'm arriving here, but suddenly it turned into night. Guys, this is weird. I don't really know what just happened, but I think it has something to do with the smoke. But it really turned into night. Guys, there's smoke right here, and suddenly there's a ghost. Guys, I have to run out of here and tell them what's happening. But now it literally turned into day again. I don't know why this is happening, but I have to tell him this right now. Guys, he just arrived up front. I said, I saw a ghost in my house. Yes, I'm being serious. But guys, he started laughing. I don't know why he's laughing. He said, that stuff I said about ghosts was a joke. They don't exist. Look, they do exist. I saw them. I literally saw one in here. I said, come here to see it. So guys, he's going to have to follow me because I'm sure this is real. Guys, there's smoke right here, but this smoke disappeared. It really vanished. But the ghost, he was in my room. But guys, now he disappeared too. I really don't know where he went. He said, stop messing with the investigation. Guys, now they're not going to believe me anymore. They'll always think I was lying and never told the truth this whole time. But guys, I'm going to take this chance and leave, especially because I'm scared of what happened. So I'm going to grab my car and leave. But guys, smoke showed up right here in front. Look, this is really weird. He said, see you. Enjoy the trip. Look, thank you very much. I think he's actually making fun of me. But guys, I'm going to leave because I want to go back to that other neighborhood and just live there after everything that happened. I really don't want to stay here. So guys, he finally opened the gate and I'll be able to get out of here. He said, are you leaving? I thought you wanted to stay. Look, at first I wanted to stay, but now I don't want to stay here anymore. So I'm getting out of here running, especially because I'm scared of what happened. Guys, I'm arriving in this other neighborhood because I want to live in this hotel with other people to avoid more ghosts showing up. Perfect. I just got here. But guys, the line has been the same for hours. I don't know why the line isn't moving, but guys, I just got in the line too. I said, why isn't the line moving? Seriously, this makes no sense. The line should be moving, but it's not. Guys, he's looking over here. He said, I'll help them only when I want to. Guys, should I tell the soldiers what this player is doing? I said, I work for the soldiers and I'm going to talk to them. So seriously, I'm out of here. But guys, he just arrived here, probably to say something. He said, calm down. I'll help everyone. Relax. Okay, guys, this is really good. Finally, he's going to help the players that have been waiting here for a long time. Now they're all in line, and it's going to take a while for everyone to get a room here. But guys, a lot of time has passed and finally it's my turn in the line. He said, you get room number 14. Apparently he's talking about this room, so I'm just going to go upstairs because it's on the top floor. Guys, I'm going up in the elevator and now I arrived right here. My friend is right here in front. He said, are you working for the government? Look, technically I was, but I'm not anymore, especially because everything that happened over there was really weird. He said, tell them that some people want to go back to the neighborhood just to see what's going on. Look, if what he said is true, this is really bad. This is actually way worse than it looks, because the other neighborhood is full of ghosts and toxic smoke. So if someone goes back to that neighborhood, it's going to be terrible. But my friend went back in there. That's room number 15. So my room is exactly this one. My room is actually pretty nice. But guys, I'm going to take this time to sleep because tomorrow is going to be a very important day. But guys, I just woke up here with the sound of a car starting and I'm going out to see what's happening. Guys, I'm going down here as fast as I can. Apparently the receptionist is sleeping. Meanwhile, there's a car leaving, probably heading to the other neighborhood. And guys, these two players are coming here. Look, this is going to be really bad. But actually, they're coming into the other neighborhood through this area. And in case you don't know, right here there's no gate protecting it, meaning they can come through without any problem. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're arriving in the other neighborhood. And guys, this neighborhood is full of smoke. This is really weird. The air here is starting to get very toxic and the players are coming down to observe everything that's happening. Guys, this is super strange. I need to alert the soldiers about what's going on before these players end up in trouble, especially because these gases are toxic and shouldn't be breathed without a mask. That's why I'm still wearing this mask, because I'm scared of what's happening. So guys, I'm running over here. I have to talk to a soldier urgently. I said, soldier, there are 2 civilians inside. And yes, I'm serious. He just heard that. And now he's running over here because he has to save them. Guys, he's arriving at their car, but there's a problem. They're not at the car anymore. They're probably hiding somewhere nearby. Guys, I'm coming to help them because those 2 civilians are innocent. They just came here to see see their house. Guys, he's staring at me. He said, where are they? Look, considering they arrived at their house to see what's going on, I believe they're in this house because this is my friend's house and this is my house. I said, look at the greenhouse. They must be in there. And seriously, I'm sure about that. But guys, now he went back there to really check it out. I really hope they're in there because then we can save them. But guys, I'm looking back here and it looks like the player who came in that car is right here. But guys, this item is lighting up. I don't know why that's happening, but it's really weird. And actually, both of them are right here, but suddenly they're all green. Guys, he's looking at this and now he's coming toward me. Guys, I better run out of here because this is getting really weird. I'm going to grab my car and I have to get out. But guys, this area is blocked. This player is getting closer and I don't know how I'm going to escape. So guys, I'm going to break through here. Guys, I jumped over the fence and now I managed to save myself. I really got out of here safely. But guys, he's coming toward me and there's another one coming too. There's a zombie coming from behind and he seems a lot smarter, especially because he's really fast. Guys, they're running this way, but I'm going to take the chance to run out of here. And guys, we need to build a fence urgently. So now I'm building a fence and finally it worked. This fence is actually perfect. They won't be able to get back in here. I'm finishing this part and guys, both of them are running back here. This is seriously scary. They're coming as fast as they can, but luckily they won't get past this because it's impossible. But now I can see better what they look like. They're basically the same players from before, except now they're green and walking in a super weird way. But guys, the scientist is coming back here, probably with that device he's using. He managed to detect something is happening here, especially because that item is blinking. Guys, he's looking here. He said there's zombies because of the smoke. I just figured out what this smoke is for. Guys, this is scary. But the soldier arrived here too. He also came because of the device. The device started blinking and led him in this direction to see what was going on. But guys, the scientist is taking notes, but I don't know if there's a way to turn them back to normal, especially because they just turned into zombies. But guys, he's looking here. He said, hey, warn the soldier at the hotel not to let people leave anymore because it's dangerous. Okay, I'll do exactly that. But guys, I'm heading back to my car and out of nowhere, the sky turned orange. Look, this is really weird. But guys, I'm going back to that hotel and everything here is completely orange. It's the first time in my life this has happened and it probably happened because of the green smoke. Guys, this is super weird. Guys, I'm arriving right here and now I have to warn everyone about this. But guys, there's green smoke right in front of the hotel. This is really strange because it looks like the smoke has reached here too. And actually, there's a player on the ground here. And apparently he's turning into a zombie. Guys, this is really weird. That same soldier from before is here too. So now I have to go inside and save my friend, but I don't know where he is. So I'm coming to his room to actually save him. Guys, he's exactly in this room, and apparently he's sleeping. I said, wake up, we're in the apocalypse. Seriously, he needs to wake up urgently. He said, I doubt it. Look, then follow me and I'll show you. This is really happening. I don't know why he doesn't believe me, but I'm going down right here, and now he has to see it in my car. Guys, he just jumped down and got into the car. But look, there's a zombie right here. But guys, there's a problem. The zombie disappeared. I said, there was a zombie here. I swear, seriously, there really was a zombie here, but it disappeared. But guys, here's the problem. The zombie is coming from behind, and now I think my friend finally believes it. I really hope he believes this now. This new smoke appeared here, and apparently this smoke comes from the zombies. Wherever they walk, they leave smoke behind. So that's where the smoke is coming from. Guys, this is really weird. I didn't know this was happening. I really had no idea. But I'm coming here to see if the soldiers are okay. Guys, I just got here, but they're all running. These zombies are coming after them. Guys, they need to get in my car fast because I'm going to save them. Guys, the two of them are back here, and now we have to get out of here quickly because all the zombies are coming. Guys, I'm driving out the back and now we have to go to a secret base, but I don't know if they even have one. He said, go to that place that's completely protected. Okay, I don't know where he means, but it's probably this place here. Guys, he just opened the gate, and now we just got inside. He really saved everyone, but I have to tell them the discovery I made. I found out that the smoke literally comes from the zombies. I said, the smoke comes from the zombies. But guys, there's a problem. My friend isn't wearing a mask. He really should be using this. He said, okay, I'll wear it now. Finally, he's wearing it. I don't know how he hasn't turned into a zombie yet. He said, I'm going to continue my research and come with me. Apparently, he's calling me, so I'm following him. Guys, he's going in here. This base is really strange. It's a totally secret base where they apparently do experiments. I don't know what happens if I press this button, so I'm not going to press it. But guys, he's going right here, and apparently this is his lab. It's a really weird lab because you can see that some experiments didn't go very well. He said, this is where the first zombie came from. Guys, apparently he's talking about this place. So basically he's the one who created the zombies. He said it was by accident. But guys, I want to see what else he's hiding because there are definitely more secrets here. I just arrived in this really strange room, and guys, apparently there are zombies here. There's not just one zombie. In fact, there are two zombies in this lab. Guys, I don't know why he was hiding this all this time. He said, you just saw what you weren't supposed to see. These are government experiments. Guys, this is really weird. But I'm looking at the garage, and apparently there are drops of green liquid right here, and now I'm really sure it was him who made the zombies. All those zombies out there were basically created by the scientist, but now we urgently have to find the cure. Guys, I'm here in Brookhaven, but for those who don't know, basically I'm a car racer. I participate in several races here in the game, but there's a big problem happening. There are noises here in my house, as if someone was living here. It seems like there's someone living in my house, but I'm not sure about that yet, and that's why I hired a player to investigate my house and find out if there really is a person living here. But for that, I'm coming here to get my car, because today I have a very important race to do. This one is my competitor. He and I race here in Brookhaven, and today there will be another race here in the game, because basically this one is worth a lot of money. So guys, I'm arriving exactly here, basically at the end of this street. Guys, I have to stay exactly here to start the race, and it looks like he's also coming here. He even arrived right at this part. He said, "Hey, are you ready to lose?" Look, that's not exactly what's going to happen. Guys, I'm exactly here ready to start the race, and he arrived here too. But guys, I'm ready to beat him. I don't know why, but his car is very tall. For some reason he left his car like that. He said, "I'm going to stay a little behind to give you a chance to beat me." Guys, he's almost sure I'm going to lose. I'm almost sure I'm going to win. So guys, I'm ready to start this. But guys, it looks like it started. So I'm coming here running to the front, and apparently I beat him, and that was actually pretty easy. And now I finally finished the race. Guys, he arrived here after a long time. Not understanding how I did that, he even got out of his car. He said, "You only won because I let you get ahead." Guys, it looks like he wants a rematch, because basically he lost. But look, I didn't win because of that. Actually, I beat him by a huge distance, so it doesn't even make sense for him to say that. But now, I have to meet the player I hired to fix my house and investigate if there are people living there. So unfortunately I won't be able to do a rematch. He said, "It's because you already know you're going to lose." Man, now he really annoyed me. I'm going to have to do this race to prove to him that I'm really better than him. So he got back in his car, and now we're arriving exactly here, because this race is going to be the final race that will decide which one of us is better. Guys, he just arrived here too, and basically he went a little further ahead because he already knows he's going to lose. But guys, I'm ready to start this, and now it finally started. So I'm coming here running to the front, and again I beat him because my car is much faster than his. So guys, I stopped exactly here. I'm sure he's very mad. He even tried to crash into my car. Guys, he just arrived here, and I'm sure he's very mad. He said, "I hope there's someone living hidden in your house, and you suffer because of it." Guys, this insult he said was really weird, especially because he said something very specific to me. It's like he knows what's happening, that there's a person living in my house. But guys, not even I know if that's true, if there's really a person living in my house, and now he just flew away. This player is really weird, but he went back to his house. You can see he arrived right there. But now it's time to go back to my house, because there's a player I have to meet, who's basically going to take care of my house, and check if there are really people living in my house or not. So guys, I'm arriving here at the front, and basically the player I'm talking about is exactly this one. I just got here to hire him, so he helps me here in Roblox. So he arrived right here. He said, "Hey, I'm a builder. Do you need help?" Look, actually I really do, because I'm hearing noises from my house, and it seems like there's someone living here hidden, but I don't know where this person is. He will have to help me find out where he is, if by any chance there really is a person inside. So guys, he got in his car, and now he will have to follow me, because he has to get to my house. Guys, I just arrived exactly here. Now he's parking here in the front. In this case, he crashed into my house. This is really weird, but I'll have to explain everything to him. I said, "I hear noises as if someone lives here hidden. Seriously, I hear a lot of noises at night, as if something is really happening." He said, "Okay, I'll investigate." Guys, this is really good. Now he's investigating this, but I really doubt it's downstairs. It's probably upstairs, but I'll let him do his job. But guys, now it's almost getting dark, and it looks like my friend just left here. He has a really weird car, because it simply has some very weird wheels that are the worst wheels of all. He said, "Hey, what weird room is that in your house?" Guys, I don't know which room he's talking about. It's probably this one. But guys, I stopped to think, and I've never seen this room before. Since I bought this house in Roblox, I've never seen this room, which even has fire. I said, "I've never been in this room before." And yes, I'm being serious. But guys, he's scared of this. I don't know why he got so scared. Maybe it's just a room I hadn't found yet, he said. Or maybe it's the room where the noises are coming from. Guys, what he said is true. Maybe the noises are coming from up there. And if that's true, this is really bad. But the builder is right here. He said, "Come here now." Guys, I'm arriving here to see what he wants. It looks like he has something to say, but he went upstairs. He's looking at this wall, but I don't know what's so special about this wall. He probably has something to say. He said, "It's a fake wall. I'm going to break it." Guys, but there's no way this is a fake wall, because this wall has always been here. But he started breaking this wall. But guys, now that I'm stopping to look, it really looks like a fake wall, and this fake wall is also right here in the bathroom. It's literally all over the house, so much that he's looking at it. He noticed that this wall is also in the bathroom. He said, "Wait, turn off the lights just to test something." Okay, I turned off these lights, and nothing much happened. But guys, he's looking here. He said, "See that glow? It's fire. There's probably someone here." Guys, this is really weird. There really is a person living in this house. But now I'm coming back here, because I'm going to turn off this light too. Perfect. I turned off the whole house, and you can see that there's basically a lot of light coming from here. There's this completely yellow light, really weird. Even my friend down here is seeing this. But guys, this light is in many parts of my house. It's like there's a totally secret room here. He said, "Man, I'm sorry, but there's someone living in your house longer than you." Wait, are you serious? But guys, it actually makes sense, because there have been fake walls in my house since the day I moved in. Probably this person has been living here for a long time, but he just left here. Guys, I don't know where he's going. He said, "I'll be back tomorrow." It's getting dark. Guys, this is really bad. Basically, he only comes back tomorrow, even though I needed him to do all of this today. But now he just left here. I will basically have to sleep in my house. house, knowing that most likely there's someone living here, but now he just got back to his house, and there's no going back. I will have to sleep a whole night knowing that there's someone in my house. But guys, he's staring at me here. He said, what if there's no one? Maybe there's no person at all. Yes, maybe there's no person. The problem is if there really is, and that's the biggest probability of all, because there's an empty room here, and another room right in this part that I've never seen before. My whole house has rooms that I've never seen before. This is really weird. I said, can I sleep at your house? Guys, I don't trust my Roblox house anymore. So basically until this player leaves here, I will have to sleep at my friend's house. And he just agreed, which is really good. He said, but first, lock your whole house. Make sure to make his life harder. Guys, what he said is true. I'm going to take this motorcycle out of here, and also this car of mine. The person who's living in my house won't be able to get out of here. There won't be a car or motorcycle or anything. Guys, my friend arrived here, and in this case he's going to drive this motorcycle to his house here in Roblox. Guys, he's helping me a lot. In this case, he left it right here. But guys, I'm going to fix this motorcycle because it's parked in a very weird way. Now I'm going to leave it exactly like this, and I will have to come back here because I'm going to start locking my whole house, starting with the garage. I'm closing this garage now. I will have to basically close this door like this, and the person who's living in my house won't be able to get out of here anymore. Literally no way. So guys, I'm leaving this house, and I even closed the curtains. I'm sure he will really get very mad. But guys, now my friend came back right here to drive his car, which I don't even know if we can call it a car because this is the worst car of all. But now he arrived right here. But guys, I want to see what his house looks like since I'm going to stay here for a good while. He said, make yourself at home, but remember it's my house. Okay, thanks for reminding me. That's kind of weird for him to say that, but guys, his house is amazing, and it's way better than my house because his house has a lot of interesting stuff, but I'm going to take this chance to sleep. So guys, I will basically have to go up here like this. But guys, apparently this is my bathroom. I really have the best room of all. But guys, my friend just arrived here, and he said, this is my room. Pick another one. Okay, guys, looks like I'll have to pick another room. So here's the thing. I'm coming back here. We have this room here and also this other one, and I'm going to pick exactly this one. But now I'm going to take this chance to sleep. But guys, I just woke up here, and there are some really weird noises happening. I'm looking here, and the firefighters are at my house. Guys, I'm running over there to see what's happening, because this is definitely not normal. Guys, I'm leaving my friend's house, and now I'm basically coming to my house. He said, open the door. Guys, I'm going to open this door, but you can see that all of this is on fire. Guys, this is really weird. I don't know why someone would do this to my house. Basically for no reason, especially because I don't have enemies here in Roblox. But now he's coming up here, putting out all the fire. This firefighter really saved my life. He saved my entire Roblox house, and now it looks like he finally came downstairs, and now he grabbed this paper. He said, tell me what started the fire. Look, I have no idea. I literally don't know what started the fire, especially because I was sleeping at a friend's house, which is exactly that house over there, and suddenly I saw my house on fire and came running here. I said, I don't know. But guys, now it's getting morning. It's finally becoming day here in the city, which is really weird. He said, okay, were you here when it caught fire? Look, guys, clearly I wasn't. It doesn't even make sense for him to ask that question because he saw that I was in the other house, so much that my friend just arrived here. He said, his house caught fire, so that's exactly what happened. Guys, but now the player with the hammer just arrived here. He said, let's solve these problems quickly. Guys, this is true. He has to break this Roblox wall because most likely the one responsible for everything that happened in my house must be exactly here. So guys, he will have to help me do this. Now I basically turned the lights back on because I had turned them off before. But guys, he started breaking this, and I hope this works. But guys, it looks like he finally started breaking the wall. He really managed to do it. But guys, he's looking at this, and it looks like there's been a player here all this time. Man, this crazy guy is really weird. Even he is looking at this. He said, good luck. I'm out of here. Guys, it looks like he's leaving. He's scared of what's happening. He literally ran away from here. Guys, this was so scary that he just ran away from here scared of everything that's happening. But guys, I have to call the police immediately because there really is a person living here. So basically I came downstairs, and now I'm calling the police. Guys, I'm calling them here and telling them that they should come to my house. But my friend is looking here. He said, did you find out who did it? Look, unfortunately I found out that there's a person living up there in my Roblox house, hidden all this time. But now finally the police are coming here to investigate what's happening. Guys, he arrived right here. I said, hey you, there's someone living hidden in my house. And yes, I'm serious. But guys, the firefighter saw this and apparently got scared. Guys, this is really weird. He got so scared that he ran away from here. I didn't understand why he got so scared, but now he has to follow me because I discovered the truth about what's happening. He's even aiming this item to protect himself from this player. But guys, he disappeared. He was exactly on this bed. I said, he was here, I swear. And yes, I'm being serious. He was here this whole time. But guys, even he got scared not believing what's happening. He said, so it's really true. Yes, this was true this whole time. You can tell because this room really looks like an improvised room. My friend finally arrived here, and now he also got scared not understanding what's happening. But guys, there was a bed here. There were these wooden boards on the window to keep me from looking inside, and there were also these lights. It was exactly what I saw yesterday. I said, we have to call the police, the most important police of all, to solve this. Look, the police officer is already here. I don't know if he noticed, but the officer is right at this part. The officer said, he disappeared. But guys, I'm looking all over my house, and it really looks like he disappeared from here. But guys, there's this other room here that also has this wall. I literally didn't know about this room. I didn't even know there were all these rooms here. But guys, the officer is looking here. He said, I'm going to do a search around the neighborhood. I recommend you leave your house. and that's exactly what I'm going to do now. Basically, he's leaving here scared of everything that's happening. But guys, he's searching the neighborhood to see if he can find where that player is. But I'm almost sure he's not going to find him because that player seemed really smart. But guys, my friend is looking here, and he said, I think I know where he is. Okay, I want him to show me where that player is. Guys, but he came back here. I don't really know what he's looking at, but he said, look at this green liquid on the ground. Guys, I'm looking at it, and there really is a green liquid right here, and apparently it goes all the way to this part. It ends exactly here, but I have no idea where he went. But my friend is looking here, and he simply pressed this button, and the house ceiling came down here. Okay, this is really weird, but guys, he's looking here, and he simply grabbed this item, and he said, go there. I'm not going. Man, I'm not really in the mood to go up there, especially because this is not safe anymore. But now he gave me this, which I grabbed to defend myself. But guys, I think it's better for me to wait for the player to come down here. He said, what if he has food and can stay up there for a month? That's what my friend said, and it's true. Guys, I'm basically going to go up there to see if there's really a person here, and guys, it really looks like there is. There's been a person here this whole time, and he's looking at me. He's really scared, but suddenly he got very mad. And guys, he's coming here. I have to get out of here urgently, especially because he wants to attack me so much that he came down here, and he just noticed that my friend is here, and now he went back up there. I said, get out of here and never come back to my house. Guys, if he does that, I'll let him leave without problems. Now he came down here. He's looking at me, but guys, he shouldn't come here, especially because I have the defense item. He said, this house is mine. I have always been here. Man, but I simply bought this house. It doesn't even make sense for him to say that this house is his. But guys, now finally the police officer is coming here, and basically went to arrest the player. The officer said, hands up now. Guys, but finally he raised his hands, and it looks like he finally obeyed someone, and now he's basically going to jail here for everything he did in Roblox. Guys, the officer came inside, and now finally he left here. Guys, the good thing is that now I'm finally free. I just got new rooms here in my house, rooms that I didn't even know existed. Here in Brookhaven, for those who don't know, there are several secrets you've never seen before. And today, I want to test secrets you're not supposed to know in Brookhaven. Secrets the game owner hid, and much more. And for that, I called a friend to help me. He said, look at the secret I discovered. And even I want to see what he's talking about. But apparently he's changing his avatar, and now he's jumping like this. And apparently he got a custom animation. And now he's coming over here, and I want to see what secret he's going to do. But he got this car, which is the weirdest car of all. Now he's driving it, and left here, grabbed this bike, and got off the bike. And now he's really glitched. I don't know how my friend did this, but he made a really interesting glitch because he's super glitched. So I also want to do it, and I want him to teach me how to do it because this secret is really weird and he can't return to normal. But now he's sitting on the chair and he's still glitched so much that he had to reset his character. I said, teach me this, please. And I want him to teach me this because it's going to be really important. He said, use a Brookhaven animation where there's a picture of a normal character. So I think I have to click this button on the right and then use that animation. So I'm going to use this animation in every possible place. Perfect. Now I'm jumping like this, and I'm literally just like him. He said, now get the same car I got before, and actually, this secret he did is very simple, but it's a secret the owner of Brookhaven doesn't want you to know about. He said, actually the owners of Brookhaven, because now there's one more person, and what he said is true, because for those who don't know, Brookhaven was sold to a company, so now there are several people who are simply the owners of this game. But now, I arrived right here, and I have to jump off this car, and grab that green bike on the right. Perfect. I just did that, and now I have to get off the bike, but nothing happened. He said, do it again. Okay, I'm going to do it again, but this time I'm going to get this car on the right, because the car I tested this with before was my friend's. So maybe that's why it didn't work. So now I'm arriving here and I'm going to do the same thing as before. And now I deleted the bike, but nothing happened. And here on the right, I'm going to use this animation, and I'm going to try this again. But it still didn't work, so my friend is trying it, and he managed to do it again. And I don't know why he can do it, but I can't. And he's really glitched, so much that he reset his character. And I realized that I have to use this animation right here, and then this other one. And that's all I need to change. And now I'm going to try it again until it works. So I'm driving this now, and I grab the bike and just drop the bike. And now it finally worked. And you can see that I'm really glitched. So much that my friend came here to see it, but he can't talk to me because I'm too far away, and I can't control where I'm going. And I literally have no control. But now, I'm driving my character because I have no control over this. But I want to see the top speed I can reach doing this. And you can see that it's really fast. And I'm the fastest person ever. And I want to stop doing this now. But there's a problem. It's impossible to stop doing this. My friend said in the chat, let's do a race. And I managed to stop here. And now my friend is coming here running to do the glitch again. And now we're both going to race in Roblox. Perfect. He just did the glitch. And now he's really glitched. And he's arriving right here. And he really got to this part. And now we're ready to start the race. He said, are you ready to lose the race? Look, I'm sure I'm not going to lose this race. But guys, the race started, so I'm coming this way. But it's really hard to control this. And my friend stayed back there. And I simply won the race. And that was really easy. But he got here. And now I'm in the ocean. My friend said in the chat, let's see the the top speed. And guys, I'm super fast, really fast in the game. And I don't know what speed I'm at, but I get faster over time. And this is really fast. But now, I want to go back to the surface. So I'm coming back here. And it worked. But now, I want to do a real race. My friend is right here, and a race is about to start. He said, let's race and see who's faster, and then we'll test other secrets. Okay, so let's test this. But I'm coming over here, a little carefully, and ready to start the race. But I'm going to stay back here, because I don't have control over what's happening. But now, the race finally started. So I'm coming forward running, but I'm losing, and I just got here. But it took me a while. And now, I'm running back here, and I'm sure this time I'm going to beat him. But again, I lost. So I want to drive his car. Perfect, I'm driving it. And he's laughing here. And he said, you're back to normal. Look, I'm not back to normal, because I'm still glitched. So I'm trying to come here, but I want to race against a player who doesn't know I'm glitched. He said, aren't you going to test the next secret? Look, of course I will. But I'm coming here to the front, and it looks like there's a player here. And I'm going to race against him, because I'm not afraid of this player. So first, I'm going to grab this item on the right. And I place this item right here, so I can stay still. I said, a race! I bet you can't beat me, and I'm going to run. And that's what I'm going to do. So much that he's looking here. And he said, are you sure you're going to lose? Look, I'm actually not going to lose. But my friend went inside there, and I'm ready to start this race. And apparently it started. So now, I'm running here, but it looks like it's a race through the whole map. And now he's coming up front thinking he's going to win this. But what he doesn't know is that I'm arriving here, and I'm basically going to beat him. Because even though he's really fast, I'm basically the fastest person of all. And I basically won this. Guys, now I'm back to normal, and he finally got here. But guys, he doesn't understand how I did this in Roblox. He said, you're the fastest guy of all. And that's true. But now, I want to test another Brookhaven secret. But my friend just showed up here, and he said he left the game. And it looks like the player decided to leave, which is really weird. But now, I need help from a friend in Roblox. He said, I'm already your friend. But actually, I need one more person, because I'm going to need someone who knows how to fly planes in Roblox, and also a test subject to try a very important secret. He said, I know how to fly planes. Look, I know you do, but I invited this friend of mine to help me with this. He said, I'll go get the plane. And while he's going to get the plane, me and my friend will have to do a secret. And I just grabbed this car, which is one of the weirdest cars of all. And now I'm arriving right here, and he's going to have to do the parachute glitch. He said, what glitch is that? Look, I'm sure he already knows, but he's going to have to come back here, and he'll have to enter this Roblox airport. And now that we're coming here, we'll have to go straight into the plane, exactly like this. And I'm waiting for him to get right here to the end. Perfect, I just arrived here, and he's also coming here, and now I'm going to have to get in here. But guys, I'm going to have to press this button, and as soon as I press it, I'll have to teleport to house number 1. Perfect, I just did that, and now I'll have to get in my car, which is exactly this one. And I'm getting in as the driver, and now my car is totally lowered, and he'll also have to do that, but the difference is that he won't get in the car. And actually, I'm going to grab a very specific item here on the right, exactly this item right here, and he's going to have to get into this item. So I'm waiting for him to show up here, and now, he finally showed up and came in here. But now, I can carry him, and the best part is that now my car is normal. But if I carry him, my car gets lowered, and the next step is to keep switching it, and this is the best secret of all. My friend said, and why did you ask for the plane? Look, that's a good question. The real reason I asked for the plane is because now we're going to fly really far away, and I'm going to do the next secret. Of course, the plane is arriving right here, and now I'm going to have to get in. And my friend too. Perfect, I'm coming right here. But the plane arrived here, and it's hitting me because I'm under the plane, and now we can finally take off. And the plane is flying far away, and now if I drop my friend, you can see he falls like this. And he really falls very slowly, and that's exactly what I want to do. But this friend of mine is doing a glitch to keep the plane floating in place. Perfect! Now the plane is frozen in midair, and I can get out of here and grab a car on the right, like this golf cart. And now that I got this car, it's going to keep flying here. I can get inside, and I can also drive this car and carry my friend. So I'm doing exactly that. And I'm going down right here, but I'm going down really slowly, because my friend is up front. And this is the weirdest secret of all, because I'm going down really slowly, and it's going to take a while to reach the bottom, because I'm super slow. And now, I finally managed to arrive here, after a really long time. But my friend is coming here too, to finally pick me up. But I want to do an even more important test. I said, fly the plane and get out of it. And I'm going to try to make the plane fly even without driving it. And that's exactly what I want to do. And he's looking here. He said, are you sure? I don't think it's going to work. Look, I think it's going to work. And he just has to try this, because this glitch works with cars, so it should definitely work with planes too. But the difference between a car and a plane is that this plane is really fast. But I'm holding my friend, because at any moment he's going to get out of the plane. Perfect, he just got out of here. And the plane is still flying. And it's really flying in the middle of nowhere, because I'm holding this friend friend of mine, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to go very far because I'm already falling, and we're landing right here, and everything worked out. I managed to get right to this part, but as soon as I let go of my friend, this plane is going to disappear, and now we're in the middle of nowhere. He said, "Hey, I don't want to be a test subject anymore. Look, unfortunately I can't do anything about it because all of this is for the good of science." And now I teleported right here, and this friend of mine is coming up here, probably to pick me up. So he went right past, and now he finally came back here, but I'm going to carry my friend, and now he's flying. He said, "Wait, what if you do the parachute glitch and jump on the trampoline?" And guys, that's true. So I'm arriving here, and now I'm totally glitched. Perfect. I got right here, but I can't fly away, and I'm totally glitched. But if my friend gets here, he goes flying really far, and you can see that he's flying really high. And meanwhile, I'm stuck here, but I'm going to let go of my friend right here, just to see what happens. Perfect. I let him go here, and he's really glitched. So much that he landed right here, and he said, "I don't want to be a test subject anymore." And apparently he's really mad, but this time I'm going to leave him alone. So I grabbed this item, and now I let him go. So now he can go back to normal. He said, "You're going to be banned from my house. This is my revenge." But I don't know who he's talking about, and he's probably talking about me, but he's carrying the player. And now he got right here and banned him. But guys, my friend didn't do anything wrong. He really didn't do anything, but even so he got banned. And now he's coming back here, so I want to test more secrets. And this friend of mine showed up here running and just flew away, and he's flying really far away. But now I'm going to have to grab this item on the right, and all of them are going to have to grab it. Perfect. They just grabbed it, and now they'll have to get in my car. And here on the right, I have to get a car that fits a lot of people. So I picked this car, but he's watching this, and he said, "Why this car? This is the worst one of all." Look, actually this is the best car because it's huge, and it also fits a lot of people inside. And now they're going to have to come here to do this glitch. I said, press the letter F several times, and if they press the letter F several times, it will release these particles, which is actually really interesting. So they have to do that, and it looks like they're trying to do it, and they finally managed to. So much that if I drive the car, you can see that it's releasing a particle, and that's really interesting. And this particle looks really weird. And here on the right, I'm going to get a better car. Perfect. I got this car where both of them are in the back. And now I'm running up front, and you can see it's releasing this particle right here. And this is really cool. It's like my car has a weird secret. But guys, both of them are back there, and I just realized more people can fit here. And I can put 2 players back here, and also a player in the front holding exactly this item for this glitch to work. But here on the right, I'm going to change the color to red. And that looks really interesting. And now my particle is showing up here, and my car looks really cool. But there's a problem. Apparently there's a police officer coming over here, and maybe he wants to arrest me in Roblox. So I'm going to stop here because I don't want trouble. And he just stopped too, probably to say something. Now he's holding this item, and suddenly he got really mad. He said, "You know it's forbidden to have more than 1 person in the car, right?" And that's actually not forbidden. So I'm going to get out of here because what he said doesn't make sense. And again, he's coming after me, and maybe that's really bad. But now I'm going back here, and I'm going to crash into his car because he's leaving. But guys, he's aiming this item at me, and this friend of mine just left from here, and he's going to his car, and he got his car, and now he ran away. And the police officer just realized what happened and is going after my friend. But meanwhile, I'm going to take the chance and get out of here because what happened was really weird. And my friend said, "Hey, let's grab a bunch of this item." And apparently he wants me to grab this item several times just to see what happens. But guys, there's a player who fell back here, and that was really weird, but it's just my friend. So I'm coming over here to pick him up, and I'm going to have to do this test, which is going to be really important, and I'm going to have to invite as many people as possible. But now, this is releasing more particles, and my friend is sitting right here, and the item is under the car, and apparently his particle isn't showing up properly, and it really looks terrible. I said, "Sit on a bench that's straight," and actually I had a better idea. I'm going to grab, on the right, a totally random car, and I picked this car. So here on the right, I'm going to grab this chair, and I'm going to place it right here. And now it's going to be much easier to do this secret, because now the particle is coming out in a much easier way, and I'm going to invite as many people as possible. Perfect! Now more people are coming here to help me do this glitch, and this is actually turning out really cool. And more people are coming here, and suddenly my friend has another version of himself, probably his clone. And now there are several players here, and this is actually getting really cool. But my car is flipping over all the time, and it's really hard to drive, and there are so many particles coming out from the back. It's like my car is really special, and now I'm running through here, and my car is the best car of all. So much that you can see there are a lot of people coming after me. And now I placed another grandstand, so the players can also come over here. And this is really interesting. I'm simply coming here with as many people as possible, and this car is the weirdest car of all. But now, I want to do something very important. I want to see if I can jump this Roblox ramp, and now I just have to speed up right here in front. So I'm running over here, and I actually managed to jump the ramp, but it didn't work out very well. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the join button, and I'll add you on Roblox.